College Gym Vids fan going live on YouTube. I have my Roku streaming stick on. I actually have an Amazon Fire Stick out in my living room, but in my bedroom I have the Roku streaming stick.
Pocket, video, button, sling.
So let's see, I go to the ESPN app. This is a full gymnastics meet that I'm putting on YouTube.
Loading section. Live Store Center. Button 1 of 8. ESPN Store Center. Start. Main menu. ESPN. Drop. Search. Browse. Item 4. Search. Browse. Start. Main menu. Browse. Item 4 of loading section. Browse. Featured. Sport actions. League. Conferences. America East. Button 1 of 28. Channel. Third. Recommended for you. Code sub 34. Channel. Conferences. America. Big 12 Conference. Loadings. Live and upcoming. Out.
Okay, I can look at on demand. Go to. There's a gymnastics meet on here.
Set 3
there, this is what I want.
Gymnastics Championship. Loading video. Please wait.
This is Dell Cinema Technology with Cinema Stream for less buffering, Cinema Sound for brilliant clarity.
This season, their head coach, their leader, KJ Kindler, is going for an unprecedented record 8th
Set 320 for the 12 Women's Gymnastics Championship. W Gymnastics.
3 NCAA team championships, as well as 10 total conference titles, but this, Alicia, might be one of the more difficult conference titles for her to win, most notably because of that team right behind them.
Denver is currently ranked number 5 in the nation, and this is only their 4th season in the Big 12 Conference, so they're having the best season in program history to date, and they have momentum on their side. Iowa State, they may be a little bit lower in the rankings, but they have a roster loaded with foreign talent and individual athletes that do event specialists, so they have been really trying to step up their game going into it. And then last but certainly not least, West Virginia, consistent performers, only counted 2 falls all season, looking to boost their team score to go into regionals.
So obviously the team competition is going to be heated, but there's some individual accolades to be won here in the Big 12, and we have had some unbelievable individual performances in the conference this year. Here's some of the 10s.
Oklahoma's Maggie Nichols started the season off with a 10.0 on the vault. She has continued that on throughout the season. Moving on to bars, Nicole Lammer, just continuing to add 10.0 notches to Oklahoma's belt. Olivia Trotman, finesse athlete, as a freshman has really come in and put her stamp on approval and everything. And then Brenna Dowell, senior night, got that 10.0 she's been working for all season long. But Oklahoma really isn't the only team putting up 10.0. University of Denver's Lindsey Brown, the last meeting they had with Oklahoma, she got a 10.0 for herself.
And there's some others flirting with that 10. The rules of tonight's competition, 4 apparatus will be going simultaneously, so there's going to be a lot going on the floor. 6 gymnasts per team compete on each apparatus. Top 5 scores count. And this, unlike a dual meet in the regular season, there will be 4 judges per event. They drop the high and the low, and they average the 2 middle scores. First rotation, Oklahoma will be on the ball. Denver will be on the uneven bars. West Virginia will start on the very
Oklahoma, Denver, West Virginia, and Iowa State
will be on the floor besides for their first events. So Denver getting ready to go here. The uneven bars will try to keep you updated on all the scores all around the venue. This is Claire Kern. She is a senior out of Charlotte, North Carolina in Southeastern Gymnastics. How important are these first few routines, Alicia?
To start off the competition, they want something that's going to be a consistent hit, so it's momentum building to be that leadoff spot. Moving back up to the high bar for Anita Morris, looking to hit that handstand.
Gives you a great idea of all the stuff going on the floor right now. It's crazy. 4-lane circus.
Duck that double layup dismount, small leg separation in the air, but a good hit routine for Denver on bars.
And do you feel like Denver needs to almost be perfect to push the top team in the country?
Denver definitely needs to be putting up the best score that they have to date to give Oklahoma a run for their money.
Quickly moving over to vault. Oklahoma, an outstanding vault team. They are the only team in the country that has 10-0 start values on the vault. That is a huge advantage for them. Stern. She's a freshman again, also out of Charlotte, North Carolina. So a couple of Carolina kids getting this competition rolling. One for Denver, one for Oklahoma. When we talked to KJ Kindler before this competition, and she said, you go to vault, you obviously have the start values, and they go and they look for 2, maybe 3 if they're lucky stuck landings. If they can get that, they know they've hit it out of the park.
Already having all those 10.0s is always a huge advantage for them. And if they can't get at least 2 or 3 stuck landings, that's going to be a huge differential between scoring for them and another team.
What you hate is an athlete standing there waiting. Let's see how Allie handles it.
Nice body position in the air. Just a little too much juice. I think that waiting around got her a little amped up, and she just didn't control that landing the way I saw her do it in warm-up. A lot of power, a lot of distance.
She's following Nicole Lerman's 9.9 in the leadoff spot for Oklahoma. That is an amazing first score on any event. Scores coming in a little bit slowly now. We're going over to the balance beam, where West Virginia is getting their competition going. Looks like they are also waiting for the first score from McKenna Lennon. We're going to jump back real quick. A moment ago, this is Nicole Lerman. She was leading off the vault rotation. This is her 9.9.
Perfect body position in the air. That landing was a little bit low, but she made it work.
Oh, so close to being more than a 9.9. Wow. Claire Kern on bars, a 9.825. Very good start score there as well. Now I think we may be ready to go on the balance beam with Abby Kaufman. She has just been a rock for this West Virginia Mountaineers team this season. She has competed all around in every competition, is looking through her results. She has only had 2 falls out of 48 routines. She's only had 2 mistakes this entire year. Quite an accomplishment.
Nice connection. To front toss of 2 feet to a beat jump. Back handspring, step out, layout, step out. Head coach Jason Bucks described her basically as the heart and soul of this team. Ultimate team player, works super hard. A little bit wonky takeoff for that straddle jump. Looked like she didn't have her foot fully on the beam after the switch late.
And I shortchanged Abby Lerman. She's only had 1 fall this season. It just happened to be that it was on the balance beam. Amazing consistency.
Switch leap, gainer full dismount. Just a tiny bit low on that landing.
That is an amazing start, though. Not sure that Abby can do a routine a whole lot better than that.
The acro series, that back handspring layout, step out, rock solid on her finish. Had to wait a little bit to go, but had a great performance.
And she followed McKenna Lennon's 9.97 in the starting position. Now, this is Anastasia Webb again. Moments ago, another 10 of all. Allie Stern, by the way, 9.8 for her ball.
Another Yurchenko, 1.5. Huge vault. She took a small movement forward before she saluted, but that was great.
I was going to ask you, what do you do with that? It looked like if she just settled in, she might have stuck that landing. But outstanding nonetheless, a 9.925. Diana Chesnut, the third gymnast to go for Denver on the uneven bars.
Tad bit short on that handstand. Line change full to conscious over the high bar. failed handstand.
Denver has a 9.825 and a 9.85 so far in this rotation on bars.
A little bit short on that handstand before the Giants for her dismount. Full twisting, double back, small hop. It was a hit. I think Denver needs to be a little bit tighter in their form if they want to get closer scores to 9.9 and that 10.0. Good control on the release. The half in, half out, also known as a full in, depending on how you want to call it. Good control. That was a nice routine.
You know, looking through the results from these teams coming into this competition, you know, at the end of the rotation, Denver can hang with Oklahoma, but it seems like those early or middle routines are where Oklahoma will get 9.9s, and the rest of the country, the best teams are like 9.85s, not quite there, and that's where they have that separation. Now, back over to the vault, freshman Olivia Troutman is the fifth up.
Yurchenko on half, big hop forward, just a lot of power on that vault.
Those of you that have been watching ESPN News, welcome to ESPNU and the Big 12 Gymnastics Championship. We are underway partway through the first rotation. It's certainly been a good one so far. The heavyweights, Denver and Oklahoma, exchanging blows early. West Virginia and Iowa State starting the competition on beam and floor, respectively. Abby Kaufman, who we saw moments ago, 9.725 for her balance beam routine. Iowa State on floor exercise, by the way. Two girls have gone, 9.7 and 9.775 for their first two gymnasts. And this is senior Brenna Dowell. She has had quite a year, Alicia.
Last week was their senior meet, and she got a 10.0 on this very event. She has been a consistent competitor for Oklahoma and is really looking out to finish her career in the best way possible. Hoping with another national team for title, but she's been clutch for this team so far. Nice height and power. Oklahoma just didn't absorb that landing through her knees and ankles, had that small hop forwards.
Some great ball for Oklahoma, but not the stuck landings that they were hoping for. Jade Degueva, she got a 9.8 for her ball. Olivia Troutman, who we saw, a 9.825. So very few 9.9s from a typically higher scoring rotation for Oklahoma.
There's not much to take away that ball. Her form was very good. It was, again, just that small hop on the landing.
Nonetheless, the bar is set high for Oklahoma, and that by most standards is a great rotation, but they just gave away a couple tenths, 2 or 3 on those landings that they normally would want to have back. Now we're back over to the balance beam with West Virginia. This is Kira Koshinsky. She is a senior out of Barrow, PA, and she's one of the other key players for this Mountaineer team. Jason Butts refers to Koshinsky very glowingly, calls her one of the top recruits in West Virginia University history.
Kira getting ready to perform her Afro series. That handspring step out, layout step out. Opened her hips a little too early before she was trying to get her back foot on the beam, causing her to have a decent sized balance check.
9.9, by the way, for Brenna Dowell on vault to finish out the Sooner vault rotation.
Beat jump to split jump. Just straddle 3/4. Aerial to back full dismount to a stick.
West Virginia still looking for their first 9.8 on balance beam. That could be it. They've been consistent, but just in the 9.7s so far for the Mountaineers. Now, this is moments ago. This is Lindsey Brown. She is the 5th gymnast up. This is a great opportunity for Denver early in this meet. Oklahoma gave away a few tenths, and now with their big dogs up late in the lineup, the Pioneers got a chance to make a move.
Nice flow to this bar routine. Just a little bit of form breaks with her leg separation and soft feet on the skills. I really want to see a tight toe point. Nice double layout to a stick, finding waiting for it to not move.
Did she stay long enough before the step turn?
I think she held it long enough before the step turn, but the step turn wasn't as well controlled as she probably would have liked.
She is number 17 in the country on that event. Denver looking for their first 9-9. If they can find a couple of 9-9s, they are going to be very tight with the Sooners after one. Lindsey Brown, 9.925. That is humongous. One gymnast left to go for them. Back to balance beam with West Virginia, still waiting for Kira Korshinsky's going to go back over the bars. Speaking of their anchor position, Maddie Carr.
Nice line change full to Dinger to immediate shoot over. Bonus points for connecting all those skills together.
If Maddie can get a 9.9 or better, that will give Denver the lead after one. If you had told me that, I'd think you're crazy with Oklahoma's ball.
Double out, and she sticks it. That was huge for Denver.
She is going to get a 9.9 plus. No doubt about it. Lindsey Brown set her up perfectly.
Legs perfectly glued together. Does not move at all on that dismount.
Alicia and John are on 10-0 watch because we have not been having covered a meet that has gotten to 10-0, but Lindsey Brown with that 9.925 right before Maddie Carr set her up great because Maddie Carr's routine was better. The judges have to go up.
That has to be a 9.95 minimum, in my opinion.
Now this is senior Carly Galpin from Boonesboro, Maryland. The fifth gymnast up, Kira Korshinsky, just a 9.625. So important for West Virginia to finish strong here and put up a big numbers.
A nice, well-controlled back handspring leg step out. Showcasing her flexibility there.
Maddie Carr does not get the 10, but she does get a 9.95. Denver with the early lead.
She jumped to split jump. Very difficult connection. Aerial to back full dismount to a stick. That was definitely a routine that West Virginia was looking for.
West Virginia again showing what they do, staying consistent from one routine to the next. Now Molly Rush for Iowa State.
Opening up with a double bite.
Beautiful. Iowa State on 4.97, 9.775, and 2.98 with two gymnasts to go, including Molly. There are your Denver bar results. Great performance for them.
Thursday half straddle full to split full. Front handspring front fold to front height. Last tumbling pass, round off that handspring double tuck. A little bit short on that landing, kicked it open too soon.
There's head coach Jay Ronayne in the corner with the congratulatory double high fives on the balance beam. For West Virginia, this is senior Jackie Tung.
A nice back handspring wide step out.
Jackie is from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and gymnastics center of Chattanooga. Adam Bird, the head coach there, quietly one of the best junior coaches in the country.
A nice switch side.
Jackie actually competed for the first time on balance beam last week, if you can believe it. She put up a 9.9. So this competition, she is scheduled to do the all-on, and it will be only the second time this season she has done so.
Full twisting gainer off the side. Had a small step in the landing, but a very clean and controlled beam routine. Cartwheel, gainer, full off the side. Just had that small little step turn at the end to try to fight for that landing.
Beautiful gymnastics from Jackie. Now finishing up the floor rotation for Iowa State. This is Megan Sievers. She is a senior out of Gary, South Dakota. Jay Ronayne calls Megan the most impactful gymnast on and off the floor. And gave her an incredible compliment, I think, when he said she is uncommonly determined to do whatever it takes.
Opening up the floor routine with a front double fold to front tuck. Had a little too much power, unfortunately went out of bounds.
And that is an unfortunate big out of bounds. Get a deduction for going out of bounds as well as the big hop that she took to get there.
I appreciate them taking the risk of doing a difficult combination pass, but unfortunately there's sometimes it does happen. You have to take the mistake. Front handspring, front full to front height. Definitely more controlled landing after that second tumbling pass.
Iowa State's had 3 consecutive 9/8s heading into Megan Sievers' floor routine. Iowa State and West Virginia have eyes on the regional championships in a couple weeks, hoping also to improve their ranking to put themselves in a good spot to maybe catch lightning in advance.
Finished their team strong, even though it started off with a little bit of a mistake on that landing. Just had a little bit too much juice going into that first tumbling pass. The front double fold to front tuck. Just opened up too soon. It looks like her upper body wasn't all the way around to see where the corner was at when she was trying to land. But definitely more controlled on the other landings throughout the rest of her routine.
Waiting on Megan Sievers' score. Jackie Tun put up a 9.8 to cap off the West Virginia beam rotation. That was the highest score on that event for the Mountaineers. We touched on Oklahoma and Denver, both with solid rotations, but Alicia, Denver taking a little bit of an advantage of Oklahoma's deductions on their vault landings.
That's what's so great about these competitions is anybody can win at any time, because gymnastics, obviously, it's a judging sport, it's subjective, and it's all about who's catching fire and getting those landings and hitting the form that needs to be done to get those scores.
So that is the first rotation. As we wait to rotate, again, thank you to those watching ESPN News. Thank you for joining us on ESPNU for the remainder of this Big 12 championship in women's gymnastics. It's certainly, after one, looking to be an exciting one. We are going to talk a little bit more about the individual competitors and the all-arounders vying for that Big 12 title in that individual accomplishment when we come back. Check local listings for games in your area and catch all the action streaming live on the ESPN app. So much going on in the world of sports right now. Gymnastics, basketball, obviously at the top of that list. Here are the all Big 12 gymnastics team honors for 2019. A heavy dose of Denver and Oklahoma, Alicia.
You see a nice mix of those two teams, and they will not be awarded until after the competition. You do have Kira Koshinski in the mix as well from West Virginia, but these are the athletes that are in the running for these titles.
Oklahoma rallies around the chalk tray. They know they're in unfamiliar territory, especially at an event that they dominate the vault.
Iowa State's going to be on vault. Oklahoma bars, Denver,
which is pivotal because if they
West
can get through
Virginia,
get through clean and be in the lead, still close to the lead, that goes well for them with floor and vault yet to come. Iowa State goes to vault, West Virginia goes to the floor exercise, and that'll be a nice little battle to watch as well between Iowa State and West Virginia. They are ranked close in the national rankings, 22 for Iowa State, 27 for West Virginia, so certainly those two teams wanting to get in that third spot. Anastasia Webb in the leadoff position for Oklahoma.
Getting that handstand on the high bar, hack salto. Handstand to Burkina. Back up on the high bar. Toe hand to line change. To double front dismount with a half out. Small up on that landing. see that many mistakes from them. It's a little peculiar. The line change to the double front half out. Just had that small scoot backwards. They typically practice the day before a competition, and they took yesterday off.
Here we are onto the ball. This is Orega from Iowa State.
And nice Yurchenko full. Had that small scooch of the jump and step or forward. But a nice start for Iowa State.
Ariana Orega from Lima, Peru. Just a sophomore. Here is your Lloyd Noble Center. A nice crowd. Obviously, they curtain off half of the arena. You're getting the view from the crowd side. Crowds growing for women's gymnastics across the country. That includes Oklahoma, which before KJ Kindler got here, big crowds at gymnastics weren't a thing, but they have steadily grown through her tenure, and I think this year they've seen some of the biggest crowds in the history of the program. Now we're going to stick to the vault with freshman Kelsey Boychuk.
Yurchenko full. A lot of power on that vault. Tight the landing down a bit, causing her to take that decent-sized jump backwards.
Yeah, it looked like she just needed to stretch that out a little bit and might have stuck that landing. And back over to the uneven bars. This is Alex Marks, a senior. KJ Kindler talked about how this year they've had to do things a little differently, Alicia. They've had some injuries. We'll talk about Maggie Nichols later in this competition, but they've had to overcome some obstacles, which is weird. We're talking about that because they're the #1 team in the country, and from the outside looking in, it looks like it's just business as usual. But some different people have had to step up, and most notably, Alex Marks. She has not done bars for this team in her entire tenure at Oklahoma until this season, and she has been a stud all year long on uneven bars for them.
She's moving back and forth on the bars. Back up on the high bar now. It's been a clean routine so far. See if she can stick that landing. Folding half in, half out. A little bit soft legs. It looked like she wasn't ready for the mat to hit her feet.
Beautiful bar worker though. Anastasia Webb, by the way, ties the season high to 9.9.
Great routine. Just that soft landing on the dismount.
Iowa State on their first two vaulters, a 9.775 and a 9.725. Now we're going over to floor exercise with Abby Kaufman. She is one of our all-around competitors. She follows McKenna Lennon's 9.75 in the leadoff spot.
Opening up with a round up back handspring double pipe. Second tumbling pass, front handspring, front fold, the front layout. Push half, straddle full. Nice little Ninja Turtle spin. We haven't seen one of those in a while, John.
First one of the year. Better late than never. Alex Marks a 9.9 on bars. That is a career high for her.
Last tumbling pass. Ending with a double tuck.
And you can see what Jason Butts, the head coach from West Virginia, is talking about. She is just a rock. She just grinds through these routines, makes it look easy for her with a smile on her face.
Finish that routine with that nice double tuck. Kicked it out, showing off her choreography at the end.
Moments ago, this was Kelly Martin. She's a senior out of North Haven, Connecticut.
Followed the ankle full. Tried to fight for that stick, just kicked her legs open a little too soon. You can see them split right as she hits the table. If she could just squeeze that together, she'd be able to stick and control that ball a little better.
Just a little scooch. Iowa State 9.7759 and a pair of 9.725s leading into Kelly Martin's vault. go back over to the uneven bars with Brenna Dowell, currently sitting as the 4th highest all-around scorer, just after one event, however. She's following Carrie Thomas, who went moments ago for Oklahoma. Denver, meanwhile, they are on balance beam. They started out with a nice 9-8. However, Alexandra Ruiz put up a 9.65 in the second spot, and that is, if you're going to win the Big 12 title, a 9.6 of any kind, if you're going to count it, is unacceptable. They can drop a score. Don't forget, 6 up, 5 count. But now that puts pressure on the last 4 Denver Pioneers to hit and hit strong, because Oklahoma, they are bringing it on bars. Carrie Thomas, a 9.925. That is a career high for her as well. Ties a career high, actually. So we've got a season high and 2 career highs so far for Oklahoma. They look angry.
You know, they're probably not used to having not the top spot going in the next rotation, and maybe they don't even think about that. But all of these athletes on the Oklahoma roster always have a look of determination on their face while they're competing. They never relax. They're always very focused. Getting really smooth. Looks like she caught out her fingertips.
Well, she missed that in warm-ups, and it was big in warm-ups, but made the adjustment.
Nice bail to handstand. Get to dismount remains. Double layout. Perfect form. Small hop on that landing.
That was near perfection other than that little hop.
Big air time. She caught it. It was definitely further out than the one she did in the nice stuck landing. Brenna made the correction she needed to from warm-up and did a beautiful bar routine.
Kelly Martin on vault got a 9.8. Now this is Sophia Steinmeier in the 5th spot moments ago.
She vaulted over Chinko 1.5 and nice distance. And just a little bit soft legs on that landing, but a great vault, nice form.
Just a 9.8 on that 10-0 start value bar, so they clearly hit her on that landing a little bit. Judges not letting you get away with much on vault so far in this Big 12 championship. This is Alexis Vasquez for Denver. Mia Sundstrom now the 3rd gymnast up for Denver, a 9.85. So they got things back on track. 3 gymnasts to go. Starting here with Alexis Vasquez.
This is Denver's best event. They are ranked 3rd in the nation. So the fact that they're struggling a bit is surprising. Maybe the nerves or the excitement coming off bars leading the competition has gotten to them a bit unbalanced. Maybe they need to keep their composure and just do what they know how to do.
Well, the last 3 gymnasts are all ranked in the top 15 in the nation. The highest of which, as you mentioned, Alexis Vasquez is number 5.
Front aerial. 2 back handspring layout, step out. Absolutely beautiful.
Brenna Dowell, by the way, 9.9. So that 10th step on the landing might have been the only thing keeping her from perfection on the uneven bars.
A difficult leg up turn.
Done perfectly.
So soon to some choreography. Finishing routine, aerial to back full to a stick. That was a great beam routine.
And it's crunch time for Denver, and they're answering the call. They've got 2 yet to go. Maddie Carr and Caitlin Schau. They're going to need big numbers, but it's heading in the right direction. And it needs to, because Oklahoma's surging on a great event for them. Number 1 ranked in the country. This is Nicole Lehrman. Oklahoma, rather, ranked number 1 in the country on this event. This young lady, number 3.
Line change to Big Jaeger. Beautiful form, tight body. Potentially could have been short on that handstand, depending on how nitpicky the judges are being. Nail the handstand. Getting that handstand on the high bar. Half in, half out. Small step on that dismount.
The NCAA co-champ on this event in 2017 does the job. Just this small little step, Alicia.
Great bar routine. Honestly, her form is immaculate, and just unfortunate, just that one little leg just couldn't stay glued to the ground.
And it looks like so far it's unusual for Oklahoma. They're a very good sticking team, but I don't think we've actually saw stuff landing between vault and bars yet. So now back to the balance beam. This is your all-around leader after one rotation, Maddie Carr. Number 10 in the nation on this event, number 4 ranked in the all-around nationally.
Aerial back handspring step out, just a small balance check. She looked very crooked on the takeoff of that aerial, so the fact that she was able to fix that in the air and stay straight was awesome.
Alexis Vasquez, right before her, got a 9.9. Ooh, a little jittery, it looks like.
It's a big competition. Maybe the adrenaline is just getting their nerves going. Nice split throw. Rock star on that landing.
Alicia, if you have a wobble early in your routine, how hard is it to recover and not think about that the rest of your beam routine?
A wobble's okay to try to turn the page and not focus on, but a fall is a little bit difficult. I think she pulled it together even though she had that slight balance check after her acro series.
It doesn't feel like a 9-9, which they really need. She had a couple errors.
A hitch kick to aerial. She kind of covered it up well with the way she's supposed to land, but the judges will still know that that's going to be a small deduction.
Now this is West Virginia's Jackie Ton. We saw her on balance beam. Here she is on a floor exercise.
Flip back to double full. Switch side, straddle full.
Talking to Jason Butts, he said Jackie Ton is kind of a coach's dream. She's one of those gymnasts that always does the work, does extra work even when she's not.
An hour and 9 minutes left.
Asked. Doesn't really need a lot of coaching, he says. She is a self-driven young lady.
From handspring front, 1.5. Great routine for Jackie.
Trying to keep herself in the conversation in the all-around, certainly going up against some big dogs in that category. This is Maggie Nichols moments ago. As we mentioned, Maggie not doing the all-around, battling some knee and foot injuries, but she can still shine on the uneven bars and balance beam.
Big rear release move on the high bar to immediate pack salto. Putting that handstand on the low bar. Toe handstand to Corkina. Back up on the high bar. Great form and lines. A former elite gymnast. Thriving in her college career. Sticks that dismount. Great routine for Maggie Nichols.
And I guess we're just jinxed, Alicia, because we are not going to see a 10. That was a 9.95.
We can see leg separation on that angle, but judges definitely cannot. So I don't know where they got that deduction to not give her a 10. If that was not 10 routine, I don't know. I need to get my eyes checked.
Nicole Lerman right before Maggie Nichols got a 9.875. Nonetheless, they have got 5 scores, 9-9 or higher, does Oklahoma on bars. Looks like they will get the lead back. Maddie Carr just a 9.8 for that balance beam. They have one left to go there, and this is the final gymnast for West Virginia on floor exercise, Kira Koshinski.
Big double layout to open up the routine.
Kira's number 23 in the nation on this event.
Quarter half straddle full to Shishinova. Round off 1.5 to front layout.
Having a good time. That's what it's all about,
I
right?
think Kira's having the most fun in the building. Just the last pass remaining for Kira. Double pike. Controls that landing. Great routine for Kira Koshinski.
Great finish for West Virginia on that event. They had a decent rotation here. They started off with 3 scores in the 9-7s, but will finish with all 9-8s or higher as soon as Kira Koshinski gets a 9-8 plus, which it looks like she will.
That combination pass, the 1.5 to front layout. Line landing, she knows exactly where she is, wasn't close to the corner. And then finish that routine with that double pike to that nice landing.
So Kira putting herself in the conversation for the Big 12 title on the floor exercise. West Virginia always having a good time. That team, they always have smiles on their faces, and today, good reason to have, because they are starting off strong. And that is the Denver Bean results there on the right-hand side. Caitlin Shaw finishes with a 9.9. So that was a good rotation for Denver. I would not call that a great rotation. A 49.25 for Denver on that event. They have a season high of 49.6. So the scores are in through 2 rotations, and Oklahoma gets the lead back. They have a .25 lead now over the Denver Pioneers. Big swing. When we come back, one more episode. You love it. It's the J&A Academy after the break.
Their groove, and they've been building momentum. They have great team leadership under Sydney Dukes, Alex Highland, and Molly Korth, and they have the potential to go into Athens if it stays as is their ranking and take on the Georgia Gym Dogs. They were there not too long ago, and they lost by .075. They were right on their tails, and I think they can give them a run for their money.
So Kentucky's not afraid, apparently, to go into Athens and compete against the Gym Dogs, who, if you go by the seedings again, that is where Kentucky would go, and that's probably who they would have to beat to make it to the semifinals. So I let you go first. You got to pick Kentucky. I may or may not have picked them if you hadn't picked them, but I'm going to go just a little bit further down the rankings, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are going to love this, but I'm going to say Minnesota, the number 11 ranked Golden Gophers. They have been surging late, like Kentucky. They have been surging late in the season. They put up some big scores. Their high score of the season is right up there with some of the top 8 teams in the country. They have got a stud in Lexi Ramler. She is top 10 ranked in the all-around, and she could compete with just about anybody as well. Jenny Hansen, their head coach, was just named the Big Ten Coach of the Year, so she knows how to get it done. I'm going to throw out the Minnesota Golden Gophers as a surprise top 8 semifinal NCAA team.
Minnesota, huh? Not a homer by any means.
What are you talking about? It's
Oh,
not-
really? Just playing coy?
Just
Okay,
because I
John,
went
see
to
how it is.
Minnesota doesn't mean that I can't be objective. But so those are our 2 of our possibilities to get into that top 8. I'm going to put you on the spot right now, though, because the top 8 go to the semifinals.
Okay.
Of those top 8, 4 make it to the finals. Quickly, who's your prediction for a team that could shock those top 4?
I'm going to go Denver. If they keep performing the way they have been in the last couple weeks, they could really be in top 4 contention.
Well, there we go. We're watching them right now, and we will see them in the next rotation. Halfway through the Big 12 Gymnastics Championship, Oklahoma with the lead at the halfway point. A lot of gymnastics yet to go. Rotation 3 around the corner.
12:57 a.m.
You see that extra matting there? Perfectly okay to use as long as the out-of-bounds lines are marked on the mat. Second tumbling pass. Front layout to front full. Nice, well-controlled landing. Switch half to wolf full. switch full, beautiful jump, very difficult to switch leap, but within the air, they're just doing a full turn to get all the way around to the same direction she started.
So good start for Denver. Got some big guns coming up later in this rotation for them. Certainly ones that could push that 10-0 margin. Now ordered on even bars. This is Madeline Landcamp.
Mounting up onto the high bar. Top to Pike Diego.
He comes out of Landon, Wisconsin, in LaFleur's Gymnastics. Greg LaFleur, the owner of that club.
It has failed handstand from the high to low, and now she's back up on the high bar. Finishing up the routine, double layout. Oh, was fighting for that stick. Just needed a little bit more rotation to get on top of her feet. That nice Pike Jaeger. Good control on the glide into the kip. Great body position in that air. She just needed more to be back with her chest to have a better absorption through her knees and ankles for that dismount.
Maddie is a walk-on, and Jane Renee said she has really learned how to be a competitor, and you can see with that bar routine. Now, back over to balance beam. This is Brenna Dowell preparing to go, waiting for Olivia Troutman to score. Olivia was the first gymnast up. Meanwhile, on floor exercise, Mia Sundstrom got a 9.775. Not a terrible score, but for a top 5 team, anything below a 9.8 is not good enough, especially when you're competing against the number 1 team in the country. Olivia Troutman a 9.85, now Brenda Dowell.
Brenna getting ready for her Afro Series front aerial, small balance check. She was ideally going to connect those.
Brenna is new to beam this year.
Front aerial to back handspring step up. So she had to repeat the skill so she could get her Afro Series, which is a requirement to start from a 10.0.
Savvy veteran knowing to redo that skill.
Switch leap, switch leap.
Talking with her coaching staff, they said this has been really important for her to get into the beam lineup. It's kind of just been a personal goal to be an all-arounder and compete balance beam, and she's made it her mission, and she's done it, and she's been good on this event this year. She's currently ranked in the top 20 in the country.
Full twisting back handspring, a little bit tricky, but she manages to fix her body to stay on the beam.
Brenna is a world champion as well, part of the 2015 U.S. team that won gold.
Front full dismount, small hop in the landing. Not her best routine, but she was quick enough to realize, okay, I need to repeat this skill, otherwise I'm going to have a really big flaw. So when she did it the second time, she was straight on the beam, and it got exactly what she was supposed to do the first time around. So I'm sure she's frustrated, but she didn't fall, and she managed to finish the routine strong.
And she's shaking her head. She knows that she gave away a few too many little deductions, but good fight nonetheless, and it really gives you that insurance too. You just got to avoid that fall. Now, Laura Burns will be next up for Iowa State on the uneven bar. She follows MJ Johnson's 9.8 and Maddie Langkamp's 9.775.
Nice ray on the high bar. A little bit loose body position, trying to fight for that handstand, toe handstand. To bail, to Chinese catch back up to the high bar, building momentum for that dismount, double lay, which rose above the bar. That was a very nice double layout dismount.
You can see the very excited Nelson Savage. Second year for him at Iowa State as the assistant coach, the main bar coach as well.
Watch her rise up before she did that second flip. That was amazing.
She kind of hollowed out and waiting for the twist.
I know.
Moments ago, this is Jackie Tun on the vault.
Nice tight body position.
There's 50
Chamber
minutes
fall.
left.
Needed a little bit more height, in my opinion. It had a lot of distance. Looked like a flat vault, in my opinion. But nice body position, just needed a little bit more height off that table.
West Virginia with 9.75 in the leadoff spot, then a pair of 9.8s, including that ball from Jackie Tunnan. Abby Kaufman right after her got a 9.8. Now we are back live with Kira Koshinski. She is number 6 in the nation on this event, has a high of a 9.95 on this event. Don't forget, West Virginia not in the hunt for the team title here, but individual accolades on the line, and this is an event that Kira absolutely, she could get this title, but she's got to stick that landing.
Her teammate hyping her up before she goes. I think that's awesome. Kurchenko, 1.5. Oh, she was looking for that stick.
It's going to be close. You know, Oklahoma did a bunch of those, but they didn't stick the landings. That one was clean, small hop. She's going to be in the mix.
Nice body position. Oh, such a small movement of her feet. Great distance, good height. She almost had that landing too.
You will not see many more better 1.5s than we just saw from Kira Koshinski. Tonight, after top-ranked boxing at Sports Center with John Anderson and Steve Levy, they'll have all the must-see plays from Murray State and Florida State. Plus, KD leads the Warriors -step against the Dallas Mavericks. And UFC heavyweight champ Daniel Cormier joins the show to break down Pettis Thompson. Sports Center, midnight Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. So we are about halfway through this third rotation. Just to update you, Oklahoma's first 2 scores, 9.85. Brennan Dowell only 9.725, so Alicia, you nailed it. Too many little deductions. Meanwhile, Denver on floor starts with a 9.775 and a 9.8. So pretty even for those two teams. West Virginia rolling through Kira Koshinski, a 9.9. Honestly, I kind of thought a 9.95 was in play for that ball.
It was a nice ball. I don't have my judging credentials, so I can't.
They took
really
those away from you about
criticize.
halfway through the season, I think. And this is a common sight if you're a Sooner fan and you've been here at these meets. KJ Kindler coaching the gymnast right before she goes on beam. This is KJ's event. And I talked to KJ about that, and I said sometimes, is that more about your routine before the gymnast goes, or is it important for that gymnast? And I think it's a combination of the two.
I think I definitely look to my coach to give me that last minute correction or the confidence I needed before I go. So it's definitely appreciated by the athlete, I think, even if they don't necessarily talk to them about that. Unique mount onto the balance beam.
This is Carly Warner, tied for 10th in the country on this event. She follows Nicole Landon's 9.9.
Side aerial back handspring. Absolutely rock solid on that connection. Small balance check on that front toss to 2 feet landing.
The third gymnast up for Denver, Courtney Loper, got 9.85. So scores building for Denver, but struggling to keep pace with OU in this rotation.
A switch leap split jump for her dance connection on balance beam. Aerial to back full and sticks the landing. Had a few tiny balance checks throughout that routine, but finished the routine with that stick. It's the last thing the judges remember, so hopefully they're a little more forgiving under the deductions before that. Beautiful 180 switch leap to split jump. That connection of the aerial to back full. That should score well.
Carly comes out of Fusion Gymnastics in Kansas. One of her club coaches, Mike Heredia, who's across the country at the Big Ten Championships, coaching the University of Nebraska team now. This is Anna Palacios from Iowa State now going on the bars. She follows Megan Seaver's career high 9.9. Iowa State having quietly a very good competition.
Nice blind change to Pike Yeager. Short on that handstand. A beautiful bail to toe circle. Hitting that handstand on the high bar. Double layout. Pike's down to dismount. Unfortunately, has to take a step or two forward to control that.
And that was moments ago.
She just needed to bring her feet up a little bit higher before she let go of the bar to be able to have better rotation on that dismount. So she will have to take a 1 or 2 tenth deduction for that.
She got a 9.7 for that routine. Carly Wood a 9.9, and now Anastasia Webb, who has scored a 10 on this event. Denver on floor, Caitlin Shaw in the 4 spot, just a 9.8. So while Oklahoma's getting 9.9s, Denver is getting scores in the 9.8, slowly creeping away are the Sooners.
Acro series with that handspring step out, layup step out, absolutely stunning.
Talking to assistant coach Lou Ball, he said of Anastasia that she doesn't realize how great she is. She doesn't see herself the way other people see her. She really is one of the best gymnasts in the country, highly ranked in the all-around. Currently leading this Big 12 all-around competition after 2 events as well.
Switch lead to lead. Small fighting to correct that little balance check she was not trying to have. Aerial to back 4. Sticks it.
Now they're sticking landings.
I'm
2 in
seeing
a row.
995.
There you go. She's got her judging hat back on, people. Thanks,
The
Alicia.
credentials are back. That series was textbook. If you want to see what the definition of a handspring land step up looks like, that was it.
Just a sophomore. Couple more great years ahead for Anastasia Webb here at Oklahoma. This is Natalia Ross Baquer. She is from Mallorca, Spain. Very international flavor for this Iowa State team, and that is by design. Coach Jay Romaine knows there's a limited amount of talent in the United States, and it's tough to get those kids. So he is looking overseas with the help of Nelson Savage. That man right there has got a lot of connections, hoping to make a jump nationally with these international athletes.
Stop that double layout dismount. That was a nice bar set for Iowa State.
And that was moments ago, and that is a 9.9.
Everybody holding the mat so it doesn't move.
And that is a career high for Natalia. So far, the plan looks like it's paying off, Jay Romaine. Lindsey Brown is going to be the last gymnast to go for Denver on floor exercise. Maddie Carr went moments ago. She does get the 9.9, the first 9.9 for Denver in the floor rotation. Maggie Nichols, meanwhile, is mounting the balance beam in the anchor position for Oklahoma. This is a great head-to-head between 2 of the best in the competition.
Both of these athletes can potentially score 10.0s on these events. Lindsey Brown opening up with a huge double layout on floor exercise.
Well, you're going to lose your judging hat again because Anastasia Webb just a 9.875 for that beam routine. Not sure where they found that, but doesn't break a 9.9.
Lindsey Brown, 1.5 to front layout to the zone. Definitely had a little too much height on that 1.5 into the connection, but she made it work.
Managed to stay very clean. Could have been a disaster.
You have to be really strong to be able to control that and not fall flat back on that second skill.
Meanwhile, Maggie Nichols chasing perfection so far on this beam routine.
Huge double pipe for Brown. Maggie Nichols just nailed that beam dismount too.
Third stick in a row. And Lindsey Brown answers with her outstanding floor routine. Both of these heavyweights doing what they need to do with their big anchor position gymnasts, Lindsey Brown, Maggie Nichols.
Strong anchors for both teams.
And Denver just trying to keep it close, trying to keep it within striking distance as they go to vault, and Oklahoma will finish on the floor exercise.
Lindsey finished the routine very strong with that nice double pike, well controlled.
Maggie Nichols not doing the all-around this season, which has been tough for her, but she has stepped it up on her 2 events.
The round off, 1.5 dismount blind landing. She knows exactly where she was. She stuck that hold. It was a great routine for Maggie.
With a smile on her face, and she has really stepped into that leadership role even more this year. While she's not doing the all-around, she knows she can still be such an important part of this team, even when she's not doing gymnastics. Lindsey Brown at 9.875. Certainly they're hoping for something in the 9.9s for them. Maggie Nichols a 9.95. So those judges not wanting to give away that 10.0. So one more event to go. Oklahoma's score on the balance beam of 49.475. A couple tenths off their season high. They put up some huge numbers this season. Oklahoma, they extend the lead, they double it, half a point over the Denver Pioneers. It still should be an interesting final rotation. Oklahoma on floor when we come back.
41 minutes left.
In this final rotation, as well as the 2019 Big 12 team champions, when we come back to rotation 4.
36 minutes.
Top, and you got to think that national championship for Denver might be in the cards sometime here in the future. Now we're ready to get things going, and we're going to start with Alexandria Ruiz. Melissa Reinhardt Kuchar said that not to make excuses for her team, because she wasn't when she said this, but it's just the challenge of being a student athlete. This is finals week for them, and they're actually proctoring final exams while they're here in Oklahoma, so it is a challenge to be a student athlete.
Your triangle full, nice controlled landing, just a small hop in place. She's a tiny little thing. She had a good amount of height and distance for that vault.
So this is Anastasia Webb leading off, and as you can see, first gymnast up, and she has a chance to clinch if she can get a 9.975 on this event, and she is outstanding here. She has scored a 9.95. This would be a career high for her to clinch the all-around on this routine.
Anastasia's first pass up, front double full, very well controlled. Second tumbling pass, round up 1.5 to front full. Had to take a step back for her lunge, which shows the judges that the skill wasn't really completely rotated around. They always want to see a step forward. Anytime there's going to be a step backwards in a front tumbling pass, they're going to take a deduction for that. Georgia State half split full. Front handspring, front 1.5. That was a nice routine, but I don't think it's going to be a 9.975.
Just a few little errors, and when you're basically flirting with perfection to clinch, that looks like it won't do it, but that does not mean that she can't win that all-around title. There's a few gymnasts to go that certainly could move ahead of her, but she will set the bar right here. give a target to those other all-arounders trying to claim that crown.
The front handspring, front 1.5. Anastasia has beautiful form in her gymnastics. Everything's well controlled.
So job is complete for Anastasia Webb, and now another all-arounder, Abby Kaufman. Not really in contention for the all-around title, but certainly wants to finish strong for West Virginia and maybe move ahead of Iowa State for that third spot.
Free up to a giant Takacha. Fail handstand. Slight leg separation as she was tapping through the low bar. Short on that handstand on the high bar. Double leg dismount. Had to pike it down. Took a decent sized step on that landing.
Another consistent day for Abby Kaufman. Now this is Jordan Draper at the second spot. Anastasia Webb just a 9. I say just, it's a good 9.85 in the leadoff spot. Alexandria Ruiz a 9.8. And Caitlin Shaw 9.85 for Denver on ball.
Leg half to front full. Second tumbling pass for Jordan coming your way. Front handspring, front full, front layout. Great connection pass.
Jordan really represents one of those gymnasts KJ Kindler was talking about that had to step up among some of the challenges that this team has had, some of the injuries in particular. She only did floor a few times last season, but she has stepped in as a regular this year and has done a great job. Has a high of a 9.95 this season.
Another great hit for Oklahoma. The last tumbling pass, the front full of the front layout. Only a 2 tumbling pass routine for Jordan. That means she has enough bonus points to get to a 10.0 without a third pass.
Mia Sundstrom on vault moments ago for Denver.
Yurchenko full, a lot of height on that vault. Just needed to absorb that landing, needed to bend through her knee. She almost was close to doing left leg on that disc. Just a bounce in place.
That was a 9.8, so 3 9.8s and 1 9.85 for the first 4 gymnasts for Denver on ball. Not the type of scores that they need to catch Oklahoma, but solid nonetheless. Now we go to one of our all-around contenders. He's a 9.975 on this ball to clinch you all on Mankoff.
Nice Yurchenko 1.5 to a stick. That was huge.
This is going to be interesting. The judges have not wanted to give that 10 on some routines. Quite frankly, I thought could have deserved it. Wouldn't have been surprised to see a 10. Will they do it here, or at least give her enough to clinch the all-around?
Nice form, legs glued together. I mean, come on.
It's pretty textbook. I've seen a few that have been higher, but that was pretty outstanding. Now we got Emma LaPinta. She is a freshman out of Frisco, Texas. She's the 3rd gymnast up for Oklahoma. Jordan Draper, a 9.85. So a pair of 9.85s for Oklahoma so far on floor.
First tumbling pass. Triple full. Piked it down, unfortunately, causing her to have an uncontrolled landing. Front full, front layout.
Ooh, and the first big error from Oklahoma.
Now, we were talking before. Oklahoma could technically have 2 falls and have to count one of them. So they have a 1 fall cushion, and Denver still wouldn't be able to beat them.
It just got more interesting, though.
Definitely.
This is the halfway point for Oklahoma on floor. Emma being the 3rd gymnast up. So they've got 3 gymnasts to go. They can go big, but certainly makes things a little more interesting. unfortunate mistake. And their coaching staff said, the Oklahoma coaching staff said they're working a little bit on her competitive edge. And you can see Tom Haley, one of the assistant coaches, talking with her. She's working on her competitive edge. She tends to get a little bit anxious. Not sure if that's what happened there, but Maddie Carr gets a 9.95 for her vault. Now this is Lindsey Brown.
She performed to your chain 1.5 as well.
Oh my goodness.
Huge.
A much bigger vault than Maddie Carr, but she had that hop.
Yes, definitely a higher vault. She probably had another foot of height over her teammate Maddie Carr, but did have that small hop in the landing. But absolutely beautiful Yurchenko 1.5.
So we talked about how it was getting interesting. Maddie Carr and Lindsey Brown both finished with 9.95s on vault. At the same time, Emma LaPinta has a fall on floor exercise. 3 gymnasts to go for Oklahoma. If they have a major break, it is going to be so... We're going to be splitting hairs to figure out who's going to come out on top. This is an opportunity. We'll see what happens. That's Jay Degovea. Certainly someone who can put up a big number on this event. She's 14th in the country. She has scored a 9.975 on this event. And she's got her game face on, Alicia. There's no joking around right now. And LaPinta a 9.075. So obviously a very low score. If they can hit these last 3, they will not count that score. Pressure's on the home team Sooners.
Kate's first tumbling pass. Front 1.5. Looks like she was
That was a
trying to go
mistake.
for something else. Covered it up.
This is going to be very interesting to see how the judges handle this. Nador is continuing to swing open.
Front lamp, a front full second tumbling pass.
Oklahoma's 5 counting scores on floor need to average a 9.875 for them to win. Right now they have 2 counting scores at 9.85. They want to drop that 9.075, so the rest of these scores need to be higher than a 9.875 for Oklahoma to win its 8th straight Big 12 team title.
Round off 1.5 front layout.
Here you can see the scores on the right.
Jade finished their team strong, but you could definitely tell that was a major error in that first tumbling pass. And unfortunately, her face kind of showed it too, because she knew that she messed something up.
We're going to be leaning heavily on my man next to me, Greg Campbell. He's our statistician, because depending on what the judges do with that, Denver could be sitting on the bench watching themselves clinch their first ever Big 12 team title. Denver's only been in the Big 12 for 4 years. They were added to the Big 12 conference 4 years ago, so this would be a big deal for them. Oklahoma doing a great job with these championships. They've had this event here before, and the Sooner organization always gracious hosts and put on a very outstanding event. Don't forget, too, gymnastics fans tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2. We'll have the final session of the SEC Championships, and that is going to be a good one. 4 highly ranked teams battle it out, all of them in the top 10 in the nation, so that one is truly up for grabs. Any one of those 4 teams can walk away with it. They also had 4 teams in the early session today that will also be in the mix for that title as well. So the SEC, really, in eyes of many, the toughest conference in women's gymnastics. This is Grace Woolfolk, freshman, finishing up the balance beam rotation for Iowa State. They have had one fall from Molly Russ. So hoping to drop that score.
Very nice back handspring layout step out.
Hoping to hold off the West Virginia Mountaineers for that third spot. Jade Degovea, a 9.675. So the judges hit her for that mistake. Crunching numbers here.
They're doing a little judges conference over there about that score. I'm not sure if that's going to stick. Solid balance check on balance beam.
And I gotta think that conference is about the start value and what they're gonna give Jade for that pass.
Round off 1.5 twist. Oh, almost had that stick, just a small hop.
I tell you what, Iowa State has quietly gone through this competition and they have had a solid performance. They did have that fall earlier in this rotation, but
He's fighting for that stick on that 1.5.
Jay Renane said the best season they've had in 10 years, and they showed it here today. It'll be interesting to see if that ranking will go up as they head into regionals. And here's the conference for Jay Degovea's Florida team, certainly talking about start value. They cannot change the execution part of the score, but they can address start value, and this is critical because if that score stands, that 9.675 for Jade, the next two gymnasts for Oklahoma need to combine for a 19.975 for Oklahoma still to win this title. And if you're doing the math at home, and I didn't make it past basic algebra, that is a tough score to get. And that is unofficial. We don't know for sure. That's just some quick number crunching up here.
She does only a 1.5, does that big jump and step, and her foot almost goes out of bounds too. So no flag went up for the out of bounds, but it definitely might affect her start value because to me, it looked like she was going to do a front double full, and it opened up early.
Clearly a combination pass that she did not do the combination. And now Brenna Dowell, she has been at the biggest stage in women's gymnastics. She's been at the World Championships. She was part of a team that won gold. She's an elite competitor, been at the Olympic trials. Become such a pivotal part of this team this season. Really developed into quite a leader, according to Lou Ball and KJ Kindler. Here's the uneven bar results for West Virginia. Solid performance. They will drop that 9.6. There's Jay Renane. He's got a smile on his face, and he should. They had a solid performance today. His gymnast, freshman Grace Woolfolk, gets a 9.7 in the final spot on balance beam. So Jade actually goes down into a 9.575. We'll crunch the numbers, see what these last two gymnasts need. Here's Brenna Dowell. The one thing we do know is she needs to be virtually perfect.
Struggled a bit on balance beam, looking to redeem herself from floor. Starts with a front handspring, front double pipe, which is insanely hard, and she made that look easy.
That skill is called the dowel. She performed it at the World Championships, and they named it for her, the first one to do it.
Second tumbling pass. Round off 1.5, front lay. Push and half, straddle full. Brenna just has her last tumbling pass. Front line out, front full to stag jump.
So we're updating our numbers quickly. We're a few tenths high with our estimate. 19.6 now, I'm being told, between these two gymnasts, Brenna Dowell and Olivia Troutman. Certainly something they can do. That is a 9.8 average. Absolutely, Brenna Dow will score over that.
She'll definitely be able to get that score. That front handspring, front double pike. Absolutely huge. Can't get over how difficult that skill is. And the front 1.5 to the back 1.5 to front layout connection pass. Beautiful routine. Very well constructed with the distribution of difficulty.
Number 6 in the country is Brenna Dow on floor exercise. She has a high of a 9.975 this season. I do believe that will be in the 9.9 range, but Alicia, certainly the new number, the 19.6, is certainly doable, but keep in mind, Olivia Troutman's last up. She has gone big on this event. She has scored a perfect 10 on this event, but a step out of bounds, and you can wash that all away, and it is razor thin in the sport of gymnastics between perfection and mistake, and it's all on a freshman's shoulders right now.
It's a lot of pressure for, initially a newcomer.
She needs a 9.675, I'm being told, to clinch the team championship. Brenna Dow got a 9.925. Certainly a score that Olivia Troutman is more than capable of. But as we talked about, mistakes can happen in an instant.
Olivia opening up with a double layout and nails it.
Beautiful. Olivia comes out of Champlin, Minnesota, and Twin City Twisters Gymnastics, the same gym that Maggie Nichols comes from, as well as Maddie Carr. Unbelievable program they have up there.
Front layout to front full. A Sasson or split jump. I'm not really sure which one that was supposed to be, because it was a 180 split that moved forwards.
By the look on her face, she does not seem to realize the gravity of this routine. Just needs to land on her feet one more time.
Towards the half straddle full. So far that 9.675 will be an easy score for her to get. And I think she just clinched it for Oklahoma.
Wow, it got interesting big time. We did not see that one coming, but Oklahoma opened the door. Denver looked like they were going to step through, but the freshman Olivia Troutman slams it back. And it looks to be that Oklahoma will indeed win their 8th conference championship in a row.
That nice double layout first pass with room to spare in the backside of the corner.
15 minutes left.
Front layout to front full connection pass to Sasson. Then finish that routine strong with a nice controlled double back. The team knows that she clenched it just with the end of that routine. So jazzed up.
The veteran Maggie Nichols with some encouragement.
What? I'm seeing 2 10s from 2 judges.
Waiting for the final score. We're seeing some 10s, a 9.975. Olivia Troutman puts on the exclamation point. Oklahoma will be your 2019 Big 12 Gymnastics champions. Their 8th straight title. Congratulations, Sooner Nation. Certainly the Denver Pioneers are looking on thinking, man, what might have been, because they certainly gave away some 10s throughout the competition. No major breaks, but they gave away a little here and there, and certainly they can say, what if? But Oklahoma certainly gave them that opportunity to open that door for them.
Definitely. Neither team was.
I mean, you got to look out if you're going to present that trophy. That That is impressive. T-shirts, hats all around. And certainly not the way Oklahoma scripted this championship. But sometimes you look back at those ones that aren't so pretty, and you're almost more proud of them. A little adversity, and they rose to the occasion.
Of course, it builds character having to face some adversity and overcome it. So this team, they know they're talented. They know they have the potential to be national title winners. It's just, maintaining and not peaking too soon. And, they've had some injuries that they're working out. They are trying to find the right lineups with what they have available to them right now. So it may not be the prettiest title they've won, but it's still a win.
And Maggie Nichols only doing 2 events. They're hoping to get her back on vault, and certainly she'll help there. She can score a 10. She's done that just this season, but really it looks like floor is the place they desperately miss her. In that kind of first, second, third spot, they had some errors today, and that would be the place where you're replacing, a 9-8 score with potentially a 10.0 score. Not sure if they'll get her back, but that could be a weak spot for them.
That's definitely where they're missing her the most. I agree with you 100%, John. And the mistakes they made, they're easy mistakes that can be fixed with the athletes that are filling those roles in the lineup. But it is showing other teams in the nation that, Oklahoma isn't as perfect as everybody may have thought they were. And it's from the outside looking in, it's all sunshine and rainbows. But KJ and the other coages at Oklahoma know it's been a tougher year for them, and these athletes are handling it to the best of their abilities.
Handed off the trophy to Brenna Dow, the leader of this team. And what a great job she has done for them, not just on the floor, but also in leadership. Alicia's going to head down to the floor, and she's going to talk with our winning coach when we come back to the Lloyd Noble Center. Don't go away. The biggest cereal bowl in the conference goes to the Sooners 8th time in a row. An impressive feat, not done the way they normally do it. They had some mistakes, but they battled, they fought, they got the job done. You talked to the coach. What do you think?
You could tell she was a little bit disappointed with how today it kind of rolled out, but she's also very proud of her team for pulling together and not letting simple mistakes ruin the rest of their day today. So they're going to go back, they're going to rest, they're going to try to recover and just make small tweaks and changes to get to where they need to be.
And one thing I'm really impressed with is Maggie Nichols. Her legacy has changed a little bit this year because she can't do the all-around. And a lot of gymnasts, that would take the wind out of their sail. But, man, what a leader. She performed unbelievably well on her 2 events. What do you think of that young lady?
She's an ultimate team player, and she's honestly such a great person. And I think for her, the team comes first. And even though she personally loves that all-around title and credentials to her name, she knows that it's for the betterment of the team and that she's still working to try to get back in the all-around for nationals. But it's about maintaining her body because she still technically has more time in her career to go.
Just a junior. She's got 1 more year to go. So the team competition goes to OU. We had some outstanding individual performances from the Sooners as well as some individual titles.
Anastasia Webb, absolutely great on the vault. Should have been a 10. That vault was outstanding. Maggie Nichols, huge release moves, absolutely stunning performance from her on the uneven bars. She's the best competitor. She knows what she's doing.
Shares that title with Maddie Carr.
Her second event of the night, Maggie on the balance beam. Picking up where some teammates get open some wiggle room on teams with mistakes. She just came home and was clutch in the time of need.
So a couple individual titles for Nichols. She also wins the balance beam, and this young lady closes things out on floor.
Absolutely baller routine by Olivia Trotman. She knew what was at stake, and she went out there and delivered for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Olivia Trotman gets the individual title on the floor exercise. So a couple weeks now until we get to the regionals, which eventually obviously lead to the national championships. What do these teams, not just Oklahoma, but what do these teams do now with 2 weeks yet to go? How do they refine, tweak, get ready to peak at the right time at those regionals and nationals, hopefully?
This 2-week gap is really difficult for teams. You have to keep working hard, but you can't make your athletes too tired. You have to find the right balance of rest and recover and putting the work in so you feel confident and ready for that competition that's coming in the next few weeks. So for them, it's about fine-tuning, keeping their athletes healthy and happy, and finding that right balance of training and rest.
So the NCAA championships coming up soon. The NCAA regionals will be first. They are April 4th through the 6th. That will lead to the NCAA championship semifinals and finals. The semifinals on April 19th, and the 4 teams that qualify to the finals will be on April 20th. It's a new format. There's only 4 in those finals, 1 on each event. It will certainly be exciting. So Oklahoma gets the job done over Denver, and I want to do a quick shout out to what I think is the best team in broadcasting, in gymnastics. The production team, Todd Koulis and Paul Drushniak, lead the way. Thank you guys, an outstanding season, as well as to my partner, Alicia Sacramone Quinn. I am John Roethlisberger. So long from Norman, Oklahoma. It's been an amazing season. Don't miss the regionals and nationals. Congratulations to the Sooners. So long.
In main menu, home button, 1 of 8.
I wonder who won the all-round. I know Oklahoma won the team title, but I wonder who won the all-round. Hit the big red button and subscribe. Peace out, YouTube.